This is from at Eric Rigsby. He just says, the Jontron interview. Okay. So, John Safari, also known as Jontron, who I haven't spoken to since, I think, Con Bravo 2013, which works into this. I'm not just name dropping it. It works into this conversation. So Jontron's been pretty vocal politically the past few months. I think he did a Breitbart interview, which is that alt-right? It's definitely right-wingish, if not alt-right. He's been starting to be vocal. He's been vocal in the past. Someone like tells him, John, don't say shit politically on Twitter. You have too many followers. Then people, leave him alone. Then he says something again. But this time he's just going all in. He did an interview with, I guess, someone who's alt-right. Sargon of Akkad. I've seen him around. He's one of these guys that gained prominence. A lot of these guys gained prominence with Gamergate being pro Gamergate, and they got a following by being sort of the opposite of the quote-unquote SJW voice. So I didn't read this interview or listen to. I guess I did a stream where they talked about politics in Syria. I did see a back and forth between Peanut Butter Gamer and Jontron on Twitter. They got into a spat about stuff, and then politics got brought into it. I guess he wants me to just comment on, like, in general. You can say whatever you want politically. It's just you have to be careful, obviously, how it damages your YouTube career. If you want to take that risk, go for it. I mean, I've thought about it myself, whether I should talk about politics more or social stuff, and how much of my current fan base I'm going to piss off. Even if you're trying to be sort of even-keeled, someone's going to get pissed off because you're not going far enough in one direction or the other. So at some point, it's almost like you have to take a side. I hate to say that in this environment. Social media is obviously the worst place on the planet to talk about politics, though. I mean, social media should be sharing GIFs and cat pictures and just snarky replies to, like, trailers and shit. Like, to me, politics, it's tough to discuss politics on social media, and then you say that, and our fucking president got partially elected for discussing politics on social media. Which, again, that's a whole other conversation. That's a conversation for the upcoming Patcast, where I can talk about this stuff more freely without half my audience jumping down my throat, or the other half saying you're not going far enough in condemning or supporting this stuff. But that's where you're at. So, I mean, it comes down to artist versus art. If a YouTuber's out there that says stuff you disagree with, does that mean you should stop watching their videos or following them? I don't know. It's up to you. It's not like Roman Polanski, who freaking sodomized a girl in the 70s and still, and Hollywood still likes the guy. You know what I mean? Like, he's still, he can't come back to the U.S. though, but I mean, like, people still think that's okay. Woody Allen has had a very questionable relationship with younger people in his life. I'm putting that as very delicately as I could, and he's still revered. People still love his works. His Netflix specials and his movies. People watch him. Frank still loves Woody Allen. Frank will still watch Roman Polanski's Chinatown. So can you separate the art from the artist? If not, then whatever. You can't. But we're at a point now where you have to, because everyone, whether it's actors, people on TV, YouTubers, are very vocal about this stuff. It's become not more toxic. No, I think it's just become more of a lightning rod now that Trump's in office, that you have more people speaking up. You have these harsher sort of diverging opinions where you're going to see this. This is going to happen. So you can either ignore social media, which I recommend people do, honestly, because when I go on social media now, half the time it's political stuff where I follow politics, but that's not why I go on social media. If I'm going to go that, I'm going to go on a site like Real Clear Politics, which is sort of a compilation of political articles from all over. Left, right, middle, it's everything. I'd rather do that versus what's trending on social media right now. Who are we going to boycott? What company are we going to boycott today because they supported one person or another? That's fucking garbage. That's meaningless in the grand scheme of things. To try to keep track of that stuff or follow that. That is there today, gone tomorrow. That's nothing. But hey, if you want to follow, you want to stop following someone on Twitter because you don't agree with their politics, of course, that's why it's there. But to not look at their art, well, you might as well then not watch half the people on TV or don't see half the movies. Because I guarantee you there's even though Hollywood is leans heavily liberal. There's people out there that are not going to agree with, musicians, artists, whatever. There's going to be people you don't agree with politically. People in your life, there's friends, I guarantee you out there listening, there's a friend that doesn't agree with you politically. Either you know that or they're keeping it from you. Family members. There's family members I don't agree with politically. There's people that swing too left. There's people that swing too right for me in my life. Good friends. People that I can talk to for hours that we always end up having arguments about. But you know what? I respect the people because I like them. I like their personalities. I like they're good people. And I think that's what you have to remember. Now it's becoming a Patcast. You can agree or disagree with someone politically, but what are they as a person? How do they treat other people that you know? That's what really matters. At the end of the day, that's a new Pat term. That's what defines us. How you treat other people. How you conduct yourself. Political opinions can be varied. They can be even extreme in some cases. But I will take someone with an extreme political position if they treat everyone like fucking gold versus someone with political opinions I agree with that treats other people like trash. I don't want that person in my life. Be a good person. Let's all just be better to each other. Schmaltzy, yes, but that's what I truly believe in. You start just treating each other with the same respect that you want. Sort of these weird political disagreements that get blown up, I think they will be shrunk more and more naturally if we can stop with this fucking tribalism.